Hey, boys, we're back with another rendition of the Wine Boys podcast.
Welcome back to WDIX, the Dicks.
WDIX FM. Welcome back to your evening drive. I am Lord Gerald, being brought right back at you with my co-host, Zach Edward.
Hey, let's talk about America.
Let's shoot over to Bob with the weather.
I wasn't done talking about America. Yeah. Anywho, boys, welcome. We're podcasting this evening via Zoom. We're an essential podcast.
Yes.
So we're here to tell you that we are not going to wait till phase 3 or 4.
Nope.
How many phases does New York have? Like 15? Seems like every week it changes. It's like we're going to do 4 phases, but they're going to be like part A, B, and C.
Yeah. I was like, all right, now we're in part 4C. This one is those hole-in-the-wall bars where they still smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, all of you guys can go back. You don't have to follow any social distancing protocol.
Yeah.
You can smoke in that bar still.
All right, now we're in 5F. This is bowling alleys.
Yeah, but they're technically bars too. Didn't think about that. I mean, if you're going to a bowling alley recreationally, I mean, social distancing really isn't your biggest problem. So let's just get on out of here.
Yeah, but let's introduce the boys before we jump into the shits.
Yeah, boys. Hey, welcome in. We're on social media at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter. All of you, I really like that. On your wine suggestions and just general conversations with the boys, you can meet us directly at wineboyspod@gmail.com. Google. Yeah. Well, the one company that we don't seem to be talking about, and I feel like they know a lot more shit about us than we know about it. So
we really do.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit before we start shitting on Bezos for getting me toilet paper in 2 days, and let's figure out why Google knows my eye color.
Yeah.
All right. Like right now, I'm looking into this camera via Zoom. I feel like Google is data analyzing me, and I mean analyzing.
Google knows the circumference of my asshole. I'm about 99% sure.
Yeah, it was so random. I got a thing for dude wipes today.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't even search it. I was thinking about it though.
Absolutely.
I was like, man, I've been wiping my ass with, borderline loose leaf paper for like the last, millennia. I mean, and then boom, dude wipes.
Yeah, you gotta make that switch, bro.
Hashtag no pay dad, hashtag cut the check.
Honestly, I'm ready to make the switch to a bidet. But my socials, at Lord Gerald on Instagram, at Lord Gerald on Twitter.
Yeah, we're also looking to partner with brands that are beneficial to us. So if you guys would like to clean our butts, wineboyspod@gmail.com for your advertising inquiries. You're going to meet our sales department. That's me. And we'll be able to help you out with any of your needs. All right? Terrific.
That's right. Okay.
Anyway, we'll take a little break, and then we're going to come back.
Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Boys, we're back.
Did you hear that? Something just fell.
I think it was in your house.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's Seamus the ghost. He lives in my basement.
Oh, good. Seamus.
So we've discovered that Seamus is from the 1940s or 30s. He was a criminal of war.
Okay.
He had a drinking problem because I live in a very Irish neighborhood.
Yeah.
And every time I go in the basement, I just imagine that there's a guy under my stairs going, "What you coming down here for, huh? You wanna have yourself a point? Maybe a fight?" And I'm like, "No, Seamus, I'm just changing out the laundry. Don't forget to put in there the fabric softener." I'm like, all right.
Thanks, Seamus.
Yeah.
I've named some of my daughter's toys, like the bath ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a whole bunch of like little animals. So there's this little like penguin, that's Stuart. Then I got she's got this little green turtle. That's Priscilla. There's a little like pink octopus. That's Miss Tracy.
Miss
Tracy. I've just named a bunch of them.
Why is she Miss Tracy?
That's just Miss Tracy. You know, I just get Miss Tracy vibes from her.
Miss Tracy just is like some like the neighborhood, like the neighborhood watch mom.
Yep.
Miss Tracy.
But she's like the nosy neighbor. Like she knows everybody's business.
Well, she leads
like,
the neighborhood watch. She's Miss Tracy.
This is Miss Tracy. She's like, listen, the Johnson household, the daddy is fucking the wife's best friend.
Really?
But what the daddy don't know is his wife is fucking the garbage man, Travis Baker.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, that Travis is one fat piece of something.
Yo, he
could drink my bathwater.
He a tall glass of water.
Yes, he can drink it up.
That's Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy is messy.
Yeah,
She's the pink octopus, and she is messy.
Yeah, she's always portrayed that way in every like CW drama that I've ever watched as well. Yeah, just like, oh yeah, Miss Tracy. I wonder what she's gonna be like. Brash and black. Oh, go figure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Miss Tracy.
Why don't you pick a more on the nose name than that?
Remember when Chris Rock had a show?
Whatever. Everybody Hates Chris?
No. Before that, he had like a sketch comedy show.
God, that was so long ago.
But anyway, what he did was he like
came. You mean the original Chappelle show? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Two totally different shows, really.
Yeah, but he came up with like names for the acronyms of all of like the big TV networks at the time.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
that's a great skit. Yeah.
Remember like UPN, which is now the CW, stood for Underpaid Negroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always stuck with me.
No, he's not wrong.
He was not wrong.
No, I mean, it was pretty on the nose for 1994, and now it's like it's basically could be the same joke used in 2020 if UPN was still a network.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. CW, cautiously white.
Cautiously white. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
It's perfect.
Welcome back to the CW, cautiously white since 2008. White.
Yeah. Since 2008, yeah. Remember One Tree Hill? Neither did we.
Charmed, cautiously white.
Cautiously white.
And then it was on WB before, which was, let's see, WB.
I can't remember what WB stood for.
Oh, it was Warner Brothers Network.
No, it was Warner Brothers Network, but he did have a name for WB, and I can't remember what it was.
It was like there's like 3 different incarnations of the WB network, and that racist frog.
Yeah, the over.
Fucking racist frog. Everyone's a racist. What am I saying? So,
well, I guess we're gonna talk about racism again.
No, here's my problem. I don't have a problem with. I love a good protest more and more now that I'm watching the videos. And the fact that, the president of the United States is accusing a 75-year-old man in Buffalo, New York of being part of Antifa.
Yeah.
Like
he's being he's an actor. He was basically trying to bait the cops into that.
Yeah, nobody can flop like LeBron in Game 6.
No.
Like that. No. Except for LeBron James himself. At least LeBron knows how to take the hit.
The big problem is, though, is the president of the United States is buying into conspiracy theories.
No, he's trying to save his job. He's literally got until November to save his job.
That's not doing a good job.
From our perspective, I don't know if you go to the other side of the aisle, but they don't seem to mind.
Yeah,
it's every first comment of a Twitter post that Trump has. Basically, I think will depict how I'm going to feel throughout the day. So if it's hard right Republican. Mm-hmm. With like a verified account that's a Republican that's like yes I agree with him, it's like that's gonna ruin my day.
Okay,
like, I just know it. But yeah, if it's the first comment is always like a strong-armed liberal who is just like, what about your taxes? And I'm like, yeah,
stick it to the man. He's never gonna read that.
Yeah, he's gonna block you, and then
he's turned off replies.
Oh god. If he hasn't, okay, if anybody like in the White House or like his social media advisor, if he's like, Mr. Trump, you realize you can turn off those notifications, right? I did not know this. I got to tell you, I really do enjoy the hate, but this is way too much hate.
This is a lot of hate.
Yeah, like I have a lot of hate in my heart, but the American people have so much more hate.
He is something right now. I mean,
he's tweeting so much.
Yes.
Like I think but you have to imagine, like, just look. I look at the timestamps, and I just imagine where he is in the White House when he sends the tweet, and then like 3 out of the last 5, I said from the toilet. I was like, he is definitely just scrolling. I don't like that. Law and order.
Yeah.
I think every time he finishes a shit, he types law and order.
He must.
That's how I feel.
The thing is that if he spent more time like doing his job and less time on Twitter, we might be somewhere.
But Twitter's kind of part of his gig.
No, it's not.
I mean, he is a comedian. He's working, the only thing he doesn't have is dates.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the national media. Like, he could talk to people.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, he's okay. We've been saying this probably for how long have we been saying this? Trump is gonna get reelected. Like, how long have we been saying that?
I've been saying it since he got elected the first time. I go, who the fuck's going to combat this guy after 4 years?
Yeah,
with enough confidence.
Probably about a year into his presidency, I'm like, this dude's going to get reelected. At this point, though, well, we got a mishandled pandemic on our hands. Racial unrest that led to millions and millions of people being out of work. Racial unrest boiling over to literally people are in the streets, and the other guy's basically out here saying, hey, I hear you guys, I'm willing to work with you. I don't know.
Is that Joe Biden?
Yeah, that's Joe Biden. He is actually out here.
He is, but he's not really doing a lot.
He's doing just enough.
He's literally just there.
Yes. But all he really has to do at this point is just not piss anybody off.
But that's the thing, is that I don't think he remembers where he was yesterday.
No, he doesn't.
And that's my biggest issue, is that he's just like, what a lovely day yesterday was. And then he says, like, he was in a city. Like, he was like, what a lovely day it was yesterday in Atlanta. It's like, Joe, you were in Houston. And he's just like,
close enough.
That's in the South.
Yeah.
Right?
Close.
Somebody pull out a map. But I don't know.
Houston. Well, both states are
the thing is, though, is that Trump is legitimately slandering Joe Biden's name on Twitter. And it's the funniest shit that I've read, like, in weeks.
Absolutely hilarious.
Guy is a piece of shit, but a piece of shit can write a joke.
Yes, he is.
Even though it's not a joke, he's just being himself, which is funny.
And he is. I mean, the nicknames he comes up with for everybody, like, he is genuinely funny, but he's at this point, it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, dude, millions of people out of work. You totally fucked up handling this virus, and racial tensions are boiling over. People are angry, and you're not really helping. I mean, think about it. He's the only president, like modern president we've had, that hasn't just come out and said, yeah, there are systemic issues with racism.
I know.
He's the only one
he's the only one who has it, because he's okay. I'll give Trump one thing. Okay, he does play to his crowd.
Absolutely.
Listen. He knows his audience. He knows his audience well. He knows the voters that will go to the polls during the primary election. And he knows that he is, and he can't. He's too far in. He can't change his stance now. He made his bed. He's going to sleep in it.
The problem is even Ronald Reagan, conservative Jesus.
Yeah. War on drugs, Ronald. Yeah.
Yes. War on drugs, Ronald even came out and said, yeah, there are systemic racism problem. That is a thing. It is an issue. We do have to do something to fix it. Now,
But he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything, but at least he acknowledged it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the ivory tower white guy? Yeah.
Yeah, the big
I'm here to help. It's like, with what? It's like, I'll give you money.
Built
it's like, oh, really? Okay.
Pulled myself up by my bootstraps. That guy.
Old Ronald.
He did acknowledge it, but he never said anything. Trump is like, fuck that. He is doubling down.
He's doubling down, yeah.
Yeah, he's doubling down. Like, and that's why I don't get it. You know?
Like I said, the guy is essentially a paid actor. I mean, he's playing a role of president, and he can't change the role. This is already in the script. He can't change it.
Yeah.
The guy he plays to the crowd. He does what he needs to do. That is the only thing I will give the guy. Okay, his mild integrity when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't doubt it. I think he is what if a zebra and Chester Cheeto came together and then also sat out in the sun too long of a person. Like, that's what we're dealing with here.
Well, would you call it integrity or just being stubborn?
I mean, it's not stubborn. To be stubborn, you have to have legitimate, like, this is how I am. I'm set in my ways. Like, you can be stubborn about, like, I don't like a certain type of food. Like, you know, I'm not a fish guy. I don't like fish. Okay, that's stubborn. Like, all right, that guy, he's not going to budge. He doesn't like fish. You know, this is like, I am doubling down on the fact that I will not acknowledge systemic racism in this country. That is not stubborn. That's just like, I'm sticking to this. I'm sticking to this story and I'm not changing it. That is like, there is some sort of tangible something there. Because stubbornness is out the window. Like, to be stubborn, you're just like, somebody's got to be like, oh, you're not going to say anything? And he'll be like, no. Like, he just isn't saying it at all. Like, he's trying to push away from it, but the problem is that it's never going to stop until he acknowledges it. And he won't.
And
so
that's
it won't
all
stop.
He has to
yeah.
Because at this point, Trump is playing blackjack. He has 15. The dealer is showing like a 4. Just stay. Just
stay.
Stupid. Let him take the hit. He's gonna bust, and you collect.
We're not gonna have Donald Trump is very much playing Bruce Wayne in this scenario, because all he has to do is take off the mask. Take off the mask. All right.
Take off the mask, man.
Show us who you are, Bruce Wayne.
We don't need the charade anymore. We don't need the whole dog and pony show.
It's a fucking show. We are drinking a little wine tonight. I know you're drinking some leftovers. I am drinking a new wine to the boys.
Ooh.
This is Dr. Constantin. It's a fingerling. Yes, Constantine Frank. Dr. Constantine Frank. It is a 2018 semi-dry Riesling. It is Dr. Constantine Frank earned his PhD in viticulture from Odessa, Ukraine. Oh, he's from Ukraine.
Ooh,
it's my kind of people. Yes,
they grow wine there.
Not in Ukraine. Mostly vodka. Yes,
that's what I always thought. Yeah.
Potatoes, lots of potatoes. In the PhD in viticulture from Odessa, Ukraine in 1930, and he became a leading expert in the field throughout Eastern Europe. Really? Having survived through 2 world wars and the Russian Revolution, whatever, Dr. Frank immigrated to New York in 1951 at the age of 52, with empty pockets and no knowledge of English, in the hope of creating a brighter future for his family.
With his big penis.
With his giant, big, flaccid penis. No. He fell in love with a special property in the Finger Lakes for its exceptional characteristics, poor soils and steep slopes. With decades of knowledge and experience, Dr. Frank successfully planted the first European varieties in the eastern United States in 1958. The Frank family are leaders of grape growing and winemaking throughout the Finger Lakes, and our estate vineyards are home to some of the oldest vines in America.
Wow.
It's nice to know that they have their roots in dirty Ukraine. I love it.
I like it.
Where is this wine from? From Ukraine. Do you like it? Who gives a shit? Eat it. It's like, eat it. It's like, eat the grapes. Eat them. You don't drink wine here. You eat wine.
First woman to drink wine was a Slovenian whore.
Her name's Svetlana.
Svetlana.
She's slut.
She's third best whore in all of Slovenia.
It's behind my sister.
Second best whore in all of Slovenia.
Second best whore in all of
Best whore in all of Slovenia.
Yes. Her name Rose. It's like her name's like Rose or okay. So this is actually a 90.1.
Okay.
Delightful.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Semi-dry Riesling. Average price between $12.99 and $15.99. Paid $13.
Okay.
Yeah. Light pear and pineapple aromas. You're going to get citrus, lemon, honey, minerals, and believe it or not, chalk, it says.
Ooh, bitch, you
chalk.
dirty.
You ever eat a piece of chalk from the blackboard in elementary school? Oh, I'm the only one? Oh.
No.
You're going to get fruit-forward, dry, acidic, and very sweet back-end notes with this. This being a Riesling, this is going to be very acidic, so you're going to get that kind of puckering, tannic feeling on the back jaw.
Eat chalk as a ute, them?
What? No.
Yeah.
Just glue.
I'm just saying, like, maybe I didn't because I got enough oxygen in the womb.
Ooh, this is good.
Yeah, it is.
It tastes like you're you ever eaten raw honey before?
Yes.
So it's not like as sweet as that's what that last bit on the back. Oh, it's really nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it.
Well, tonight I recycled my Ravage. So
did you just say that I didn't get enough oxygen in the womb? Wait, no.
Did you just catch that?
Yeah, I did. Hence, there you go. I didn't get enough oxygen.
Yeah. I was like, well, yeah, that's what happens when you eat chalk. I mean,
maybe if I wasn't playing catch with the garage, I would have figured it out.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe. Jesus Christ. I mean, Do you want to talk?
No, I don't.
You okay? You okay?
Do I seem okay? I'm actually.
I don't want to say no. I
wouldn't. No. Listen, you don't tell somebody on suicide watch that they're doing fine. Like.
Yeah. You damn right, Derek.
Yeah. How you doing today? How you doing today, Jeff? Not good, man. Oh, well, you're doing fine. Well, I'm gonna kill myself. So thanks.
Well, before coming into work today, I actually stood in the mirror with a gun to my head for about 20.
How was your morning, Jeff?
For about 20 minutes. And then I remembered those TPS reports I had to get done, and that was the only thing bringing me in today.
Who would have thunk it? TPS reports. Yeah. I got to be honest, Jeff. I put 2 slices of bread in the toaster, looked at the cord, and thought about unplugging it and throwing it around my neck. So, how was your day?
Felt like playing a little toaster catch bathtub edition.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Working on my cannonball with a toaster around my neck. But how was your day? Anywho, so if Twitter doesn't make you want to, just jump headfirst into a bathtub with a toaster, I don't know what does. But anyway,
who likes soggy toast?
Nobody. I got to tell you, even when I make sandwiches at home, I don't. Mm-hmm. I slightly toast the bread still.
Mm-hmm. Now just imagine, like, let's say you're gonna commit suicide, right? Like, you're gonna
hypothetically
turn on the toaster.
Hold on, before we go any further. Hypothetically speaking, we're very happy. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let's say that, like, you put the toaster in. You plug in the toaster next to the bathroom, you step in the water, you grab the toaster, dunk it in the water, electrocute yourself, and then it lights out. Do you put bread in the toaster before you step in the tub?
I think just to I think it would be very on brand for me to do that. Because
I just want a snack for the EMT.
I know, but like a snack, but it's also very funny. Like,
it's like you put a bagel in here.
What? So before Zach took his life, what did he do? Believe it or not, he actually loaded the toaster with bread. Like, people were like, wow, that's pretty funny.
Oh, man.
And he really wouldn't do anything for a joke, huh?
Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
I think it is too. It would be even funnier if it was like a really off-brand bread. It's just like, what did he put in there? Pumpernickel. He doesn't even like pumpernickel.
Shouts out Charlie Mustards. He put Wonder Bread in there.
It's put wheat bread if you're feeling healthy.
Yeah. But what happens though when, like, okay, let's say your suicide attempt doesn't work, right? You're waiting for the EMTs, but you're probably unconscious.
Probably.
Do you ask them to save the bread so you can eat it in the hospital?
Okay, what if you come to? You come to, and
oh, it's soggy.
no, you come to, and they're like,
Sugar.
are you? Do you know where you are? Do you know what happened? It's like, last time I checked, I was just making some pumpernickel toast, and I woke up here. Why? What did they say happened?
It's like, well, I needed a bath, and I wanted to have some toast
at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, are you aware that could kill you? I know.
You ever had pumpernickel toast? It's shocking.
You ever had pumpernickel toast with honey and butter? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Change your goddamn life.
Oh my god. It would keep you alive, is what it would do.
Honey butter toast. That does sound good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually.
Kind of want some of that. Now, see, now I'm drinking this wine. I kind of want some raw honey.
Yeah, some honey, some toast, and
just want to lick those honey bees.
Okay.
Maybe get some beer brine chicken.
Here's some beer brine chicken. Chicken has a jerker pound.
Check out Lord Gerald's Instagram. Actually, it was on a story. I think the story's out, but it's so funny.
Yesterday, like, there's a beer brine chicken.
Oh, chicken again. All right, so I'd like to focus on some positive things going on.
Okay.
They canceled Cops. Did you hear about it? Well, I'm sorry. They didn't like the television show.
The TV show, not the actual.
Yeah. We're not canceling the police, even though everybody thinks that's what, defunding means.
Yeah. Well, the show Cops.
Yeah. Which I didn't know was still on.
Me either.
Didn't know.
It's got to be in like its 48th season by now.
I did see it was funny. There was I think like a year ago, somebody posted a video on Twitter of a guy watching Cops while he was being arrested on Cops. And he's just like, that looks a lot like my house. And they're just
meta.
Yeah. But it's funny because it was actually happening and they were like taking him out and he's just like, it is my house. Like, has a red Miata in the driveway. Like, it's,
you drive a red Miata, you're living, dude.
Yeah. It's a double wide before you ask.
Yeah. Like, you're either a hairdresser or one of those little vroom vroom speedy boys.
Vroom vroom speedy boy.
Yeah, little vroom vroom speedy boy. You know
I always love how tiny but fast those cars are.
Yeah, they're not even necessarily fast.
They're just so small.
They just handle very well.
Yeah,
they're small. They handle really well. I mean, like, they got a good amount of. It's just a fun little car to drive.
Yeah, it's just on the ground. Like, you feel every turn.
Yeah. But
you just kind of know where you're going.
But only hairdressers and little hot boys drive those cars. Like, if you want to be like that little, you know what I'm talking about, the little hot boys that, like, they get their cars and, like, they want to live their life like they're Paul Walker. Rest in peace to the God.
T-God.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so they get these cars and they're like, man, like, let's fucking do some shit to it. Let's weld the diff and let's new wheels, new tires, new suspension. Let's put a fucking turbo in it. Like, yeah, that's how they are. So I feel like if you boys, hot tip, if you want to buy a Miata, look for one that was owned by like a hairdresser. Because otherwise,
that one's gonna work way better than anybody else's.
Anybody else's Miata is gonna be
treated it with a lot of TLC. Yeah.
Whereas those little hot boys, they drive those cars hard, put them away wet. They're just ugh.
It's got some tread on those tires.
Ooh, no, there's no tread left on those tires.
They've been ripped apart, limb from limb.
Yep. And it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway at this point.
Yum.
Just nasty.
Yum. Mm-hmm. Anywho, so we were chatting about defunding the police. Now, and at first hearing or first glance, defunding the police sounds pretty drastic.
It does.
Until you put down your pitchforks and you listen and you read a book. Read a fucking book. Okay? Yep. It's not even that. Not even a book. Don't even read a book. Just like read the internet, but like historic. Just go to somewhere that is like an EDU, or like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to like a
Or
web.
like a actually prominent newspaper.
Yeah, those still exist, and there's
Those
actually
do.
writers with integrity
Yeah, yeah,
that are protected by guilds and unions that can
yeah,
actually
yeah.
keep their public forums clean and sanitary.
Not Breitbart.
Don't recommend it.
Yeah.
I don't need another BuzzFeed article.
Or Drudge Report or
26
whatever.
ways to find out that you're gay. It's like, all right,
By the
whoa,
way,
thanks.
BuzzFeed is interesting because
Is it?
because they have those quizzes that are like, which Disney princess are you? 16 questions to find out. But then they actually have
Where
like
do you lie on
real,
the rainbow?
yeah.
50 ways to find out
But
that
then they have like real, like actually good investigative journalism.
there are some.
Yeah, like they're the ones that actually broke the story on R. Kelly.
I'm not saying. I know. I'm not saying that they're.
Story.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're all full of complete and utter dog shit, but I mean, most of them are. I mean.
Yeah.
But
I
digress.
25 must-have items on Amazon under $50. Yeah.
Fat and sad. 13 ways to feel better.
Yeah, and then it's like
Fat and sad.
It's Pride Month. Look at our gay dogs. Like they have.
There was a legit BuzzFeed article. I'm pretty sure it was like 4 years ago. It's like 26 ways to figure out if you're gay, and it's like,
yeah.
I said, I said 26 reasons. I'm like, I thought it was just as easy as like, I'm standing next to a guy and I'm feeling something. I'm like, I think I'm gay. Like, I thought that was it.
See a dude want to suck his cock?
Yeah, there you go.
He might be gay.
Wait, 25 more reasons. I have 25 more reasons to tell you. And it's just like, are you really interested in 5-inch or less inseam shorts? It's like, yes, but I'm not gay.
You might be gay.
Just like, I just like showing thigh.
Yeah, skies out, thighs out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
short,
BuzzFeed
bright colors, loving ourselves.
Yes.
Getting in the motto. It's going to be 90 tomorrow. It's beach season, boys. It's beach season.
Woo.
I was doing some fucking back curls before this. My God.
I like it.
God, I popped a boner right in the middle of my set. I was like, oh.
Ooh, nice. Sorry. But yeah, the point is though, is that we defunding the police, actually read up on it.
Yeah.
I think that it suffers from
a light read.
It suffers from a bad PR problem. Maybe they need to rename it.
It just suffers from the word. I mean, the word defund defunding in its in its rhetoric, really.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to take money away from somebody.
Which you are.
You are, but it's being reallocated for fundamentally and systematically changing the mental health system. Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but
a large chunk of that pie would go to social services.
Right. So
it should.
The uninitiated boys, basically defund the police. The idea is that as it stands right now, police budgets are way too big, and there are other services that are terribly underfunded.
Mm-hmm.
That if you took some money away from police departments, it would actually help the police departments by funding these other services that oftentimes we rely on police to pick up the slack. So mental health, for example, probably since the 80s, we've been defunding the mental health care. We've been defunding mental health care in this country, shutting down facilities, making it harder for people to get social workers, so on and so forth, making it harder for people to get prescribed the medication they need. And then oftentimes when people are having some sort of mental health crisis, like they may react violently. So the police are called, but if they had their medication in the first place, or they had an accessible counselor to go to, all of this could have been avoided. And that's a lot cheaper than calling in the police. Mm-hmm. So to deal with these people, especially when the police aren't properly trained on how to deal with somebody.
They have less man hours holding a gun than some security guards. Yeah. Like it's the ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's almost negligent.
Yeah. And when you look at like the when you look at the budgets of some of these police departments, it's like, do they really need that much money?
The Minneapolis, Minnesota Police Department was given $193 million for a 2019 budget.
That's
okay.
A lot.
Mind you, Minneapolis is a major metropolitan city.
But that's still a lot.
It's $193 million in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like it's big. It ain't that fucking big.
Well, New York City, their budget is $6 billion.
Yeah, the biggest city in America.
Yeah,
it's $6 billion now.
A lot of money.
$1 billion.
I mean, you figure it's a city.
Do you know what
the million people?
The first argument I always hear is payroll. You got to pay the police, though.
How many cops do you have?
I was going to say, count the police and then divide it by 6 billion. And then you tell me how much each one of these cops is making.
Well, think about it like this, right? Like, okay, number of cops, number of NYPD cops.
Okay, probably a very popular search.
Okay, they have, Wikipedia. They have 38,422 cops.
All right, 38,482, is that what you said?
Yep. 9,624 cars and 11 boats.
I'm just doing this based off of the 6 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's saying that each one of them would make like $155,000 a year. Is that right?
6 billion?
That can't be right. Hold on. Oh, I did 60. Hold on.
Nah, fam.
How can this not work in 6 billion? How many zeros is 6 billion?
9.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Here's 38, 4. All right, never mind. It's not working. Never mind. My math is off.
It means that your average cop would make like $156,000 a year.
Okay, so I was right.
But it's not just that, though. So, but the thing is, it's not just that. You've also got police cars. You've also got boats and all that shit. But, you know, cops don't make that much money. I mean, I think your average 5-year veteran makes about $80,000 a year, something like that.
Yeah, which is like for what they do for their job. Like,
sure,
it's good money.
Living in
it's not like that. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not bad money.
Okay, but also like you gotta buy. But also keep in mind, that's just their budget. They also get grants and shit like that to buy new equipment.
Yeah, the Police Benevolent Association and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's I think part of the issue is, yes, we do rely on police to do too much. I think we could take some money away from their budgets.
I was going to say, like, NYSCOBA is the largest benevolent association in America.
Mm-hmm.
The New York State Police Benevolent Association.
Yeah, they're huge
by far.
Yeah, it's
the guy that's the president of that was always making news because he legitimately was just like, he didn't do like the few bad apples thing when Eric Gardner got choked at and killed. Like, his first reaction to that was, yeah, maybe we should stop chokeholds. That's all he said.
Yeah.
It's like,
here we are like 5 years later.
Like, maybe we should stop chokeholds? Like, why the fuck is that even a choice?
Yeah.
Like, when you're putting somebody in a choke, there's nothing but harm being done.
Yes.
You can't tell me you throw somebody in a choke, regardless of what it is. I'm trying to hurt that person. That's it.
Right. I mean,
that's why fucking trained fighters use rear naked chokes, because they're trying to kill the guy in the ring with them. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And guess what? They'll let go.
Yeah.
After he snaps or taps.
Yeah, but I think a big issue with police is, I think, yes, defunding can help. I think another thing we have to do is we have to get rid of qualified immunity, or at least change it. And
it's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's another one. There is so much stuff about the police.
There's a ton of
that shit I'm learning just because people are angry at the police.
Yes.
Like a week ago, I wouldn't have thought hide nor hair of it. Like, whatever. Like, I don't need to know about the institutional injustices of the police. I don't need to know about that.
There's a lot of shit that they could
then you start reading and you're just like, Jesus Christ, there's white supremacy fingerprints all over this thing.
Like, they let them do that?
It's like, what? My God. The guys with the hoods, really?
Yeah,
Like,
they let them do that. Well, even how the police department was formed in the LAPD was formed. Do you know how they were formed?
I haven't really read enough about the LAPD. I've been so enamored with like the New York Police Department, and just like the overall police.
Okay.
So
Basically, integration happened, and the city of Los Angeles was like, we have to keep these Negroes in check. So they went to like the hardest core of hardcore, like white separatist states in the South. They went to Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, Texas. And they were just like, we got to keep these folks in line. So they started recruiting young, able-bodied white men from these southern states to come and be Los Angeles Police Department members, like the LA cops.
So they were recruiting down south, just like the SEC schools.
Yes.
Like with their
Yes.
So you're trying to tell me that Nick Saban is deep rooted with the LAPD? No. There could be we really could turn that on its head.
Yeah, he's part of their police benevolent association. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. So yeah,
Nick Saban.
It's crazy though. Like,
Los Angeles Police Department.
Yeah. But it's crazy though, some of the shit that you read about cops and like how they're basically allowed to get away with anything. I mean, like, okay, so there is supposed to be a board like that does take care of police misconduct cases. It's called the Citizens Review Board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Problem is they have no power. So if a cop does anything, the case goes to the Citizens Review Board. Like, they can't really do anything.
Yeah.
So, and they're the ones that are supposed to hold.
It's almost like a made up. It's almost like a made up job. It feels like.
Yeah, yeah. But in reality, what they need to do is they need to make the head of that board an elected official.
Mm-hmm. I actually agree with that.
Yeah, they need to make him an elected official, and they need to give them power to actually.
For how many people we elect
against cops.
We should certainly elect more people.
We should certainly have people. We should certainly be able to check in on people that have the power to play judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, can we give him like a yearly review like we would do with any job?
We should.
I mean, I don't think it's a big. Yeah, I mean, listen, fundamentally speaking, I think all of our ideas are fantastic. I mean, both of our ideas, I mean, we are just dripping in good ideas. But the sensible ones, that we come up with, I think really do. Mm-hmm. I deserve a place in our society, and I will go to my local governing body and make it be heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or probably just write a joke about it.
But, maybe that. You got to vote.
Why? So you get a sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
New thing. Rappers on Instagram voting. Favorite thing right now.
Oh, my God. Snoop Dogg saying that this is going to be.
Yeah. Offset from Migos went to Atlanta today.
Yep. It's going to be the first election I ever voted in. Like, dude, I've never missed an election.
Yeah. It's like, this is your first one?
Cute.
That's cool. You've been able to vote for 10 years. Oh, cute. I forgot. You forgot.
Yeah, cute. I just never did it. That shit don't affect me. Yeah.
Well, it does. Even if you think it doesn't, it does.
Yep.
Like I was saying before, the power that the comptroller yields.
Yeah.
For the job that I didn't know what it was until last year.
Yeah.
How much money they can allocate is bananas.
He's basically the government's your local government's accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he decides how much money people get. Yeah. So
I think our comptroller ran
unopposed.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Must be a pretty good job with the money, even though like we've been like way over on our taxes the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about this. I'm not doing C-SPAN local edition.
Yeah.
There is nothing more exciting than watching your local town hall with the same grumpy old lady.
Oh my God.
But not like
Karen.
No, she's not Karen. This is like Bernice.
Oh,
like
God.
She's old. she's wearing a cat sweater with a little like puffy white tails. And she's like, I've been telling you about that. I'm sorry, I don't like to cuss, but that freaking pothole. Like, it's like, oh God, Karen.
Oh, one thing I love though is like the new news about COVID.
The new what?
The new news about COVID that came through in the CDC, or they're basically saying that.
Oh, the who said that?
Yeah, you're right. The World Health Organization.
I call them who now.
Who?
The World Health Organization.
It doesn't spread the way we thought it spread on like surfaces.
Yeah, they retracted the statement about it being rare for asymptomatic people to transmit to.
Oh, they did retract that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had to. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's like saying, I had the flu, but I don't know that. And then you're not going to get it, even though I know I have the flu.
Yeah.
It's physically impossible to say, I have the flu, I sneeze on you, you can't get it.
Yeah. But it's a weird thing going on with this disease where they're learning more and more every day, and they still really don't know everything yet.
That's the thing. And then they talk, and then they get, they want to fucking blow their load, and they want to say, "Oh, I figured it out!" Like they're just,
if you remember,
a bunch of big swinging dicks at the World Health Organization. And it's just like, I think I figured it out. Oh God,
I was wrong.
Oh, I was wrong, but oh God, you see how much it just came though? Like,
yeah.
All right, dude. Like, fucking Kevin, the biologist, guy had an idea.
Good job, Kevin.
Good job, Kevin. You're doing very good, but you're wrong. Again, you're fucking wrong again. God damn it. Why did we let Kevin speak to the media? This is the third time he said a retractable statement this week.
Damn it, Kevin. But
God, he's really good at figuring stuff out, so we can't fire him.
Yeah, so. But it just seems to me like they're learning more and more about the disease every day, and that there's new shit constantly coming out.
Well, yeah.
But even then, like, I mean, Sweden was a big right-wing talking point for a while.
It was.
Where they're approaching herd immunity, and they didn't lock down at all. They just let everybody live their life. And then you kind of look into the numbers and you realize that their death rate was like double everybody else's.
Mm-hmm. Based on population size.
Yeah, of course you have to adjust for population size.
Got to adjust for population size.
Listen, we're the wine boys here. We may not know much, but we do know that you do have to adjust for population size.
Yes, we know that you adjust for girth and population size.
Yes, and when adjusted for population size, Sweden's death rate was double,
astronomically high.
It was very high.
Yeah, so
they're pretty much just thinning out the herd. Just
I don't know a lot about Sweden, but like maybe it was necessary. I don't know.
Young Lean is from there, for what it's worth.
Yeah, that's cool, but like. Only thing I know about Sweden is like they got good hockey.
They got good hockey, Young Lean, and
apparently
that big vampire dude from True Blood.
Oh, they have Eric Northman, of course.
Yeah. That
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yes.
And his brother Bill.
Yeah, the whole Skarsgård family actually. They're great actors.
They are. They're just giant Swedish Vikings.
Yeah, they're just big, handsome Swedish men.
Yeah.
Couple women in there, but for the most part, they're big.
A couple women, but we're really looking at the guys.
Yeah.
We're really looking at the boys. So.
Looking at this big, he's 6'6".
Yes. Shot me down, you fucking Sherrywood.
Jesus. Did you see, what was it? What was that show on HBO? Pretty Little Lies?
I think so. The one with Nicole Kidman?
Yeah. And you see her, and she's married to Big Skarsgård.
Uh-huh.
You're like, damn, that's a good-looking couple.
Oh, we talked about this on the future episode. Check out the archives. I think we were looking. Oh yeah, because I was watching like the the primetime Emmys or something ridiculous, and there was palpable sexual tension between Nicole Kidman and Alexander Skarsgård. And they said that like during that scene where they like really go at it, there was like some actual like palpable tension between the two. Like and then you got Beef Curbin over here who is just like, oh, I think he looks my lady. Or however he talks. And like, I don't know why he sounded like a leprechaun because he's so tiny. Such a little guy.
And honestly, Beef Curbin has nothing on that big Swedish man.
He's got a beautiful, like, he's Australian, so he's got his own little thing, and
Yeah,
he's
but
got
so
that
is
cute,
Cold Nidman.
yeah, and he's got this cute flowy hair, and he can
Yeah, he's got
sing
his
a little
frosted
country
tips.
tune.
Yeah,
But
you know,
do you have brolic Swedish DNA coursing through your veins?
Viking DNA.
This Viking vampire DNA just coursing through this man's veins?
No, he has
No.
fucking bucket head guy carrying a revolver DNA.
Yeah. And he
What
just
was that
happened.
guy's name in Australia? The guy with the bucket on his head carrying a revolver. Let's
Crocodile Dundee. I don't know.
see. Bucket head.
Bucket hat revolver Australian guy. Steve Irwin.
There's really this dude though. That
The fish from Finding Nemo.
no, there's this dude who's like an Australian hero, who like
Is he?
had a bucket.
How come I never heard of him? I thought all heroes were supposed to be heard from.
Let's see, Australia. I'm looking this shit up. Australia.
I'll just be sitting here drinking
Australian
wine
country
like a
singer.
class act.
Let's see, Australian bucket hat.
Bucket hat guy.
No, not the bucket hat. Bucket.
Revolver
On
and bucket
head.
hat guy. He's got a gun. He's got a bucket hat.
Fuck, I can't find it.
All right. Well, then you just wasted all of our time.
Ned Kelly? Is that it?
Ned Kelly. Ned. Nedium.
Yes.
Ned. Australian bushranger.
Yes, and he was an outlaw too.
Oh,
He
from
was known for-
1854? I thought we were talking about somebody that's like present day.
Nah, fam. And he was known for like putting this fucking steel bucket on his head.
He's Australian bushranger, an outlaw, and a gang leader who was convicted of being a police murderer.
Yep. Ned Kelly.
Nope, I really like this guy.
Yeah. Oh, he was trill.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I would say I'm not gonna take too deep of a dive, but I do like. I do like that.
When off air, just like read
yeah.
about Ned Kelly, and it's actually pretty.
That's gonna be my bed reading tonight.
Yeah.
So
that's what you got. But yeah, you got that. That's the DNA of Beef Curbin. You know, he drives a Holden, which is basically an Australian Chevy, and yeah. And then meanwhile, you've got Big Skarsgård driving a Volvo. You know, he's genetically related to Eric Northman. Or who's that one dude? The Eric Reed, not the football player. Eric the Red. Whatever the fuck his name is, the Viking with the red beard.
Eric, yeah.
Leif Erikson.
Leif Erikson, thank you. I believe that's who it is.
Reed.
Eric Reed, the football player.
Yeah.
Leif Erikson, the explorer.
Yeah. Just big Viking men.
Yep.
Pillaging and.
But yeah, he was a Norse explorer from Iceland.
Yes. Yeah. Just pillaging and conquering.
Yeah. Wow. What a history, boys.
History, boys.
We're really hitting the Wayback Machine. I was looking at fucking 900, the year.
Yeah.
Like, the year 900. And then 1854. Like,
do I get all the facts right? Kinda.
You were close.
Yeah,
he's of Icelandic descent.
Yes. But Sweden, Iceland.
Similar, but not the same. Wearing the same trousers, different brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweden is part of that Scandinavian thing with it's shaped like a phallus. Yeah.
Phallus.
Like a flaccid phallus.
Flaccid phallus.
Mm-hmm.
The new drink for the summer at Charlie Mustard's.
The flaccid phallus.
The flaccid phallus. It's wet. It's it's just wet. It's moist.
New menu item at Charlie Mustard's. The flaccid phallus.
It's just fun to say.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out. It's like a pina colada type of thing.
It's a milk-based drink.
A flaccid, pina colada, or as I like to call it, a pina salada.
I remember when we were youths.
You
there were a bunch of drinks that I was reading about on the internet that I was like, man, I kind of want to try this. But other parts of me were like, I can do
like a Sex on the Beach.
One of them was called horse jizz.
Oh, I've heard of horse jizz, yeah.
Yeah, it's half beer, half milk.
Yeah.
You want to try it?
I know. I've seen people do it though.
Yeah. How did it
How'd it look?
come out? Yeah.
It looked like a big fucking bucket of jizz.
Did it look like old jizz? It's like separated.
Yeah, we did a lot of that kind of shit in my fraternity.
I mean, next time you want to come over, you want to have some horse jizz for the culture.
I mean,
The baby drinks whole milk now.
Ugh.
Yeah.
God, if that hit my stomach right now, whew.
Ooh, nothing but diarrhea.
Dude, just gurgle. It'd just be fucking like.
What kind of beer do you use for horse jizz, though?
Like something light and foamy. Like a Bud Light would probably be ideal.
Oh God. How
about you say Budweiser though? Because you want it to be whole milk on Budweiser.
Okay, not whole milk on Bud Light.
Yeah, whole milk on Budweiser.
No, even the milk would be disappointed. I'm not mixing with this.
It'd be like piss coming out of the jar. Like, no! Put me back!
Just milk and beer. Ugh.
I don't know. It's just...
I don't know. What's the most disgusting combo you've ever drank? Like with...
Together?
Yeah.
God. Like on accident? Or like on purpose? Like I ordered it at a bar and I was like, this is a bad choice.
Accident.
Jesus, I've drank so much bad stuff. I drank something with olives in it one time.
Okay.
It wasn't like a martini. It was like a Scotch drink, but it had olives in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be kind of like a dirty martini, but it was like mixed in with it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even describe how disgusting it was. It was like licking the inside of like salt brine. Just.
See, I've had a dirty martini before.
No, dirty martinis are fantastic. I don't know what this was.
I mean, it's like drinking an olive, pretty much.
Which I'm fine with, but like,
cool.
This thing had like olive brine like in with it, so it might have been some type of like olive brine cocktail. Mm-hmm. I don't recommend it because it's just literally salt.
Yeah,
that's what brine is. It's just salt.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing really like intentionally that I was like, this is going to be awful. Oh.
I'm trying to remember like some of the worst drinks I've had. Most of the worst ones I've had are incredibly sweet.
Goldschlager with beer.
Really?
Like a dropped-in Goldschlager shot in a beer. It's just too much. It's thick.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just...
Like, what kind of beer? Is it like a porter or something?
I think it was put in like a Blue Moon or something. You're supposed to rock it back like a shot. It's just too much.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Even then in college, we used to drink Irish car bombs like it was our day job.
I know. I used to fucking RBVs, baby. No.
That's Red Bull vodkas.
Yeah, RBVs. It used to be like, used to be dudes like cheering that behind me at the bar, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go
come alive.
Yeah, it's like that's cool, man. I'm gonna go sit in the corner and judge you, as I still do today.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, like I was in college 10 years ago. Not a lot's changed as far as like my demeanor at a bar.
Nope.
Just a lot of like, I'll take that, sit in the corner, and go. Who's gonna fucking make my night? Like,
well, imagine this. Like,
who's gonna make me smile?
Imagine this: as a group of friends, we all decided to like go out, have a night on the town for old time's sake, right? Mm-hmm. Shit, we don't really do anymore.
Yeah, because we're adults.
Because we're adults. But imagine like one of your buddies like just went through a breakup, and then he orders a Red Bull vodka.
I silently judge him. That's it.
What would you think? Like, I think I'm gonna leave soon.
I think I'd take him off to the side and I go, I gotta discuss our friendship real quick. Because you just, voluntarily ordered a Red Bull and vodka as a 30-plus-year-old man. Like it's not what I consider to be a good choice.
Yes.
Like, why don't we take it down a notch? Like, why don't we order like a Scotch cocktail? Something that you can be sipped and not drank hard. Like something I think we're of the class now of individuals that we like drinks that we can savor.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like wine.
Yeah.
That's why we drink wine. It's meant to be savored. Sometimes we abuse it a little bit here. I'm not gonna lie, but
Of course.
you know,
Good
have
beer.
Carol come over and she has a couple of glass of Chardonnay,
Yeah.
and then maybe Daryl comes over and he has a couple beers, and
Yeah. Or even then, like I've gotten into, since COVID started, I've gotten into actually making like looking up cocktails online and making them. One of my favorites is actually called a cha. I don't know how the fuck
a hot toddy.
No, it's called a cha. Like I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it. Well, it's lime juice, honey syrup, and rum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's called a chancha or chancha.
It's kind of like do you use white rum?
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like a Caribbean margarita.
Yeah, but
kind of
sweet.
Very sweet.
It's sweet. I mean, honey syrup is really like.
I was gonna say
syrup is, but you use
except in sugar you use honey. Yeah. Do you substitute that with agave potentially?
You probably could.
Yeah,
it's a little different, but you probably could.
Well, yeah, agave is more natural. It's less sweet.
Yeah. Or like I'll make. I found this one drink called the bee's knees because I was looking up honey syrup drink.
I've heard of bee's knees before. I've had one.
Bee's knees. It's gin, honey syrup, and lemon juice.
Yep.
Daddy makes a margarita.
I was gonna say your margaritas are strong, real strong.
Regular. Okay, your like standard issue margarita, like the official cocktail governing body's margarita, is not sweet. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
It's not supposed to be sweet.
No, they're not.
It's supposed to be yeah, I wouldn't say savory, but you're really only supposed to be tasting lime juice, so you're supposed to get more of like a puckering effect.
Yeah, but really like a margarita is lime juice, tequila, and triple sec.
That's it.
And there's more tequila than anything in it.
Yeah, I prefer salt. I hate when people do sugar rim glasses with margaritas.
Yeah, fuck that. It's not a sweet drink.
It's not supposed to be.
It's not a sweet drink.
It's supposed to accompany a Mexican meal because you're supposed to kind of dry out the palate, and then you get all this fucking mondo spicy food, and it's just like, oh, okay, I got it.
Right. So yeah, but then you get people drinking their Jimmy Buffett style margaritas, like, yeah, we put sweet and lime juice in it. Like, nah, boo, fuck.
Can I get you guys started with some frozen mango Mards? You can go fuck yourself. How's that sound?
Fuck you. Yeah. Give me a margarita, a real margarita, none of this pre-made bullshit.
Oh, you guys don't have those here? We're going to a different restaurant.
Yeah, like no, I want a real margarita. So,
if your restaurant features an apostrophe S at the end of it, I'm probably not going to go.
Yeah. Don't knock Chili's.
certain nights I'm feeling it. I gotta tell you though, like if I'm talking like I just want like quick gross food, those chicken tendies that they have there at Chili's, what are they, like the zingers or what the fuck they are?
Yep.
They're like the skinny ones.
I know what you're
they slap so much differently than every other chicken tender you've ever had.
Oh my God, they're so crispy.
I know. How?
I don't know how
do they do it.
They roll them in frosted flakes. Like
I don't give a fuck, man. They can roll them in angel dust for all I give a shit. They're fucking phenomenal.
That's one. And then that sauce they got, that ranch sauce.
That spicy ranch. Yeah.
I don't rub it on my dick. Like it's.
I did. Good. I did once. It was hot. It's very hot.
On the gland penis. Like,
yeah, I did.
It's so good.
It was. I don't know what it is. That's the one. Like I said,
in the Big Mouth burgers.
All right.
Yeah. Baby back ribs.
They're
the fajitas.
Okay. All right. Guys. All right.
Boys. I'm going to tell you something.
It's
about
the
Chili's,
one exception. It's the one exception. I can't eat anywhere else.
Yeah. I'll eat some fucking chili. Honestly, Chili's needs to sponsor this podcast.
They should, considering the fact that I would probably run through a brick wall for Chili's if they sponsored this. Like literally.
Yeah, just sponsor this podcast.
Sponsor this podcast. We'll do a brick wall running contest.
Yeah. And we're just going to talk about Chili's, their baby back ribs, the fajitas. First of all, ordering fajitas at Chili's is a borderline asshole move. Like you want to bring attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Because the waiter comes out with that sizzling skillet. Everybody turns and looks like.
Everybody turns and looks like,
oh. Are those the fajitas? What's that? Oh, fajitas.
And then you got me looking at it like a fucking dope, like.
Mojitos.
Look at them. Look at that lava of onions. Everybody does silently judge you though when you eat a fucking like flaming fajita at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You're just like you're putting it together. You're just like, what?
It's sizzling.
I
How did
do
they get
actually
that
want to
shit
have.
sizzle for so long.
I know. It's just
Because
hot
it
pan.
sizzles for a long ass time.
I think there's like a sizzle packet. Like they just like toss a sizzle, like a proprietary sizzle packet.
It just has this little packet that they just kind of like have to shake it and then like pop it and then
it's like a pop. It's Pop Rocks, but it's a sizzle packet. Like just there you go.
Okay, I use cast iron. I have a cast iron skillet at home.
Yeah, but do you have the oblong fajita style one? I don't think so.
I don't. But still,
you can buy those. I've looked. They're not that expensive.
No, I'm sure they're not. But still, like I have a cast iron skillet at home. It stays hot for a long time. But things don't sizzle on it for a good 30 minutes as like, you know, the waiter, Dan, who lives in a studio apartment, promenades around the fucking restaurant.
We don't need to know Dan's life story, all right?
He lives in a studio apartment with 2 roommates. He came to this town.
Maybe he's happy.
An actor.
Maybe he's happy.
Maybe he might be.
He might love it.
He might be.
It's like, guys, I just got offered a manager's shop at the Chili's. I think I'm going to take it.
Can I interest you in 2-for-1 frozen mango marks?
Just like, well, you put it that way, Dan.
I'll take it.
I'll fucking take it.
So what's good on the menu, Dan? Well, let me tell you about the chef special.
Oh.
Now, tonight we have
It's called a horse cum now.
No. Tonight we have a largemouth bass and a horse jizz batter. Seasoned lightly.
What was that second part? Horse jizz?
The batter?
It's beer and milk. Oh.
Beer and milk. We call it horse jizz. Industry
term. You guys will love it.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Don't worry. It's delicious.
It's delectable.
Okay. Then we also have our chicken tender basket, chef's choice. Locally sourced gluten-free chicken tenders.
Ha. Sure it is.
Sure
it is.
So yeah, boys, be sure on checkout use our promo code BOYZ when going to Chili's. It'll give you 10% off your order for that evening.
You're gonna love it.
You know, make sure you use our code. It's a little bit, but it kicks back a little bit of money back to the show.
Little bit goes a long way during COVID. You know,
yes,
you got a kid that's going to college.
Yep.
I have
no choice.
Yeah, I have gratuitous medical debt.
Yep. We both got mortgages.
Yeah, we know that everyone's got a mortgage, but you know what? Any little bit helps. But in all honesty, we appreciate everybody listening to the show all throughout COVID and throughout time.
COVID beyond.
Yeah, to COVID and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
It's been what? God, it's been 2.5, 3 years. I mean,
since it started.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
really
really been locked in my basement now for about 2 years now. Yeah, man.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. You know, I've been feeding off of the bugs that my little bug zapper right there catches.
I can't wait till we can actually like show everybody the piece de resistance that we've actually been like recording out of. They're just like, wow, you guys been doing that out of like a fucking basement. Like we told you that.
Yeah, it's out of an unfinished basement. There's insulation on the walls. Like it's a basement.
It's got a bug zapper and a humidifier. I mean, it's got everything.
No, it's a real basement.
It's a real basement.
Yeah,
y'all never seen one of these before?
Yeah. Got a folding table right over my shoulder.
Yep, we use that for cage matches.
Yeah, there's a humidifier.
We use that for condensation.
Yeah. Yep. Use that to keep a nice dry basement. Who doesn't love a nice dry basement?
I mean, I love it nice and dry.
I don't know. So speaking of dad things.
Oh.
You taking on any home improvement projects lately?
No. Well, I've been looking at them. I have a bird's nest. I got to get rid of a bird's nest.
Oh, you got to do that, dude.
I know. they claimed real estate inside of my fan inside my bathroom.
Oh yeah, you gotta get rid of those, bro.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it's already laid, and I think it's gone. Like it's already laid its nest, and I think they've took off.
Problem is, they'll come back.
I know.
I mean, I think I mentioned it on this podcast before that like some birds like actually start building a nest in my dryer vent, and I had to get rid of those.
They like warm places.
They do.
Yeah. So they picked the shower vent, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to go in this weekend, and I got to peel out. You know, I'll probably slam the eggs on the ground, kill the babies.
Do it, man. Or fry them up, bro.
Shit, why not? Oh, look at these non-homogenized eggs. No, I got to take care of that. So that's project numero uno. Everything else, no. I mean, nothing really. No.
What is that? Sediments on the bottom of my wine. Probably mold.
Mold. What is that sediment? Oh, mold's good for you.
Yeah. What I do? Let's see. Had some landscapers come, lay down some mulch, plant some plants and shit.
Oh, really?
Want to do?
Paid for that, huh?
Yeah, they cut my cable. That was awesome.
Wait, what did you do?
No, they cut my cable line.
Accidentally?
Yeah. Awesome.
Were you like in the middle of watching something and you're just like, no?
Actually, no, I wasn't home. It was like during the day. And then like, you know, my wife calls me and she's just like, yeah, they cut the internet. And I was like, yes. I was like, all right, call Verizon. You know,
yes.
Hold with them for 2 minutes. I'm sorry, 2 hours.
I was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and hold with them for
what phenomenal customer service did you receive?
Oh my god, dude, Verizon's customer service is
the worst.
So
they have great products. They are the worst as far as dealing with.
Their internet is great. Like,
oh yeah, I can't. I have nothing. Anybody asks me about Verizon products, I go, great products. Don't ever have anything wrong though. Like,
yes.
Just pray to God nothing doesn't break.
Like, first of all, she started calling them. She was on hold for over 2 hours, which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. That's assault, essentially.
Never ended up getting through. I had to reach out to them through like a Facebook message. And then they managed to get somebody on the phone. They're like, all right, we can send someone on Monday. And I was like, damn, it's Friday now. So we have to live the entire weekend without internet.
We gotta live like cavemen here.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what am I, dragging my knuckles? I'm like, you know, banging my meal over the head, dragging back to my lair. What is this? We're supposed to talk to each other? No one's doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess we shall see.
Yeah, I wasn't happy. Okay.
All right. So, man, it's been a week. It's been a year.
Okay.
You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to me.
Nope. You're saying it's been a week. It's been a year.
You're just looking down. You're not even fucking paying attention.
Nope. I don't give a fuck.
Jesus. You know, why don't you? You know, I think we should break up.
Okay.
That was invigorating to say.
Wow. Say it. What are you gonna do?
I think we should break up.
You gonna leave Mickey and end up with a Goofy?
I think we should fucking break up.
Good. Do it.
Leave Mickey and end up with a Goofy.
Like years later, I'm being interviewed, and they're just like, "Oh, Zach Edward. Haven't heard that name in years."
Yeah. I'm just reading this thing about Live PD. It says black men's violent death in police custody was filmed for Live PD, prosecutors say.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it makes sense.
A new video and documents released in 2019 of the death of Javier Ambler shows police repeatedly using a stun gun despite him pleading he couldn't breathe. Why is everybody saying they can't breathe? It's like they can't breathe or something. I think I said that randomly and it made me laugh. Mm-hmm. She's like, why do you think he's saying he can't breathe? What do you think, he can't breathe or something?
Can't breathe? Really?
Police video and documents released more than a year after an in-custody death of a black man in Texas show that sheriff's deputies repeatedly used a stun gun on him despite multiple pleas that he couldn't breathe following a chase after after he failed to dim his headlights. I don't think that's worth a stun gun.
Wait. So they started chasing him. Well, they wanted to pull him over because he didn't dim his headlights.
Yes. Well, he following a chase, it says. So obviously he took him through a chase.
So why'd they start chasing? Was he speeding?
Let's see. 2019 death of Javier Amblar raised questions about the Williamson County Police Department's practice of pursuing drivers for minor crimes, according to a report published on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
A local prosecutor involved in the investigation of Ambler's death also says the circumstances are troubling because it was being filmed for an A&E network real-time police show called Live PD.
Okay.
The details about Ambler's death, who was a 40-year-old father of two, comes as the worldwide protests continue following the death of George Floyd, and then it goes into more of the George Floyd stuff. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot to this story. So Ambler died March 28th, 2019, after he was driving home following a poker game with friends, according to the report. Williamson County Deputy J.J. Johnson, who is regularly featured on Live PD, flipped on his flashing lights to pull Ambler over after noticing that he kept his bright headlights on facing oncoming traffic. After Ambler refused to stop, Johnson and the film crew riding along with him began chasing him until he crashed his vehicle near downtown Austin, Texas.
So he was going to pull him over because he had his high beams on while he was driving.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, dick move, but not exactly.
Not exactly.
Like,
yeah. Not exactly.
Minor crime.
Death crime, yeah.
No.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, defund them. Jesus.
Like, this is the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Defund them. No, it's just like you hear about this shit and you're just like, why in the fuck? The problem is, a lot of the problem is we've turned the police into like these glorified revenue collectors.
They are, though. I mean, if we're really thinking about it.
Fucking traffic tickets and all that shit. Like, okay.
Don't even get me. I won't even get on the soapbox of taxpayer money thing. Like,
if I'm alone on the road on a fucking highway and I'm doing 80 miles an hour, is that dangerous? Like, really? Like, I'm doing 80 miles an hour in a straight line.
And you are literally the only car on the highway.
I'm the only car on the highway. You see this one patrol car on the side
of the road. Honestly, the only danger that I think you're the only person that you're putting in danger.
Yeah, that's
because you're driving at a higher rate of speed than what is deemed the limit.
But even then, with like modern cars, with like their modern suspensions and aerodynamics, like
how easily I can get to 80 and feel nothing. Like,
yeah. If you're driving a modern car, you're doing 80 miles an hour. It's really not. I could do 100 miles an hour in a straight line, and it's really like fine. And I know it because I've done it. But anyway,
I'm a pew pew speedy boy.
I'm a vroom vroom speedy boy. A little hot boy.
A little hot boy.
But yeah, but let's say I'm on 690.
I'm doing 90 on the freeway.
Driving home, I'm past John Glenn Boulevard. I'm driving to my own exit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am doing 80 at, let's say, 11 p.m. I'm pretty much the only car on the road. Mm-hmm. Who am I a danger to?
Nobody.
The worst thing that could happen is what? I like hit a deer and then I kill myself. It's not like I'm slamming into the back of someone's minivan and, ending their family. Like, it's just me. Like, I don't know why that warrants a ticket.
It's the law.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the law that states that. Actually, here's a good, because I had this argument today with the old ball and chain. We were talking about productivity and 40-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
I think I'm a proponent, and you can tell me if this. I think I'm a larger proponent of having people work based on the tasks that they do and like the efficiency.
Yeah.
And if like no efficiency is lost and that person can get things done in half the amount of time,
Let them do it.
let them fucking do it. Yeah.
Let them do it. Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Like, why does it matter? They have to work 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to.
Really?
Why?
Do you?
What? Do I? Tell me somebody that does.
I mean,
I'll call you a liar.
I've seen plenty of people get their job done in like 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. Like every single day, you are busy. The only people I can think of that are absolutely busy the entire fucking day for that full period are people that are banging phones.
They're what?
Banging phones. Like that's it. Like some sort of like telemarketing job, cold calling people. That's it. Because that's how they make their money is
clanging and banging.
Phone. Yeah. Is it clanging and banging? But otherwise, if you're not doing that, like you're not that you're busy, but you're not that busy to the point where you are constantly on 8 hours straight all day, every day.
No, I don't think it's systematically possible. Even for the raging like entrepreneur types, you know, which I can state that I think we both have very entrepreneurial spirits. I mean, and
yeah,
you're sure as shit telling me that I'm not going to sit down for an hour and just fucking nothing. Like everybody does.
Oh yeah,
Gary V does.
Absolutely. You need that time to yourself just to kind of.
That's preloaded content. I can sit around and do 6 hours worth of video content and then just like periodically toss them out and make it look like I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really not that hard.
No, it's not. But yeah, just this idea. And I think COVID-19, I think one thing for a lot of these very large corporations is they've learned that like, a lot of these people can work from home and they're just as productive. Mm-hmm. We can probably throw away the idea of the 40-hour work week because we know that all of you are not on, at 9 a.m. and you're on until 5 p.m. every single day. We know a lot of you aren't.
The person that tells you that they're a liar.
Yeah. And we know that you've been pretty much just as productive otherwise. Yeah. So
I'm not a huge fan of the person that like gloats about how busy they were. Oh,
fuck that guy. Oh,
so busy.
So busy.
We are busy. Life is fucking busy.
Yeah.
If you aren't busy, you're kind of a shitty person.
Yeah, everybody has shit going on.
Yeah, even when I'm not busy, supposedly, I still have shit I have to do.
Yeah.
I'm just presently not doing it. It doesn't mean it's not going to get done. Like I just that the internal frustration I have with that. It's like if you don't look like you're doing if you don't look like you're busy, you're actually doing more work.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, I don't really even want to put in the effort to like not to try to try not to do work.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just like not do it and then like reserve my energy for the next like 2 hours where I do it.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, wow, this is great work. And it's like, yeah, it only took me 2 fucking hours, not 8. Like
yeah. Yeah.
Incredible what a little rest and mindfulness will do.
Yeah. I mean, to be totally honest, most jobs, I'll say this, if you're well trained and you pretty much know what you're doing, it's not going to take you that long to do what you got to do. If it's just one task.
It's borderline asinine that some of the things that I will have, even like all throughout my life, like people, especially like the technology gap between younger and older generation.
Mm-hmm. And
like
I think
that's the most revealing thing during like this process, and you'll see it at your own workplace. I mean, shit, we even deal with it here on Zoom. Like we know that the quality of the show is being affected because of this whole situation.
Absolutely.
But the technology gap and why we have to, for some reason, we have to make up for the technology gap. It's just like, we have to do this because Jan in accounting doesn't get it. Mm-hmm. It's like, but why does Jan have to affect my life? Like,
yeah.
Like, I know how to do it. Why do I have to sit on this training because she doesn't know how to do it?
Right.
Doesn't that seem, I don't know, fucking stupid?
Or those companies that like filed for a exemption from COVID-19,
Mm-hmm.
basically because their shit wasn't tight.
You want to hear something funny? Here, and I'll give you some fairly real life situation.
Okay.
When you have to give cyber training to people to not open a phishing email that is so blatantly a phishing email, that's when I have a problem. Like,
Yeah.
I had to watch something, it was like so painstakingly obvious. Like, first thing is like, doesn't have a subject line. It's like, of course I'm not fucking opening that. Like, doesn't even like has no sender, has no to, from, anything, no
Yeah.
subject line, and
Don't
people for some reason still open that shit.
don't open it. Don't open it.
Don't
I
don't
love some
open
of the
it.
phishing emails we get. We'll get the ones that are like, I'm some big investor.
Yeah, I get the fucking Persian prince and all that.
Yeah.
I got that one the other day.
I
And,
got
hey,
$15 million to give you.
I have monies. That's what it says. Monies. Yeah.
Yeah. They always
Would you like to invest
misspell shit.
monies? Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
I love those.
Yeah.
I
I
wanna-
wish you could
I
call
wanna
that
reply
number
to one
and
of
it
those.
wouldn't just steal your credit card information.
I want to reply to one of those one day.
Just
I
be like, I'm
just seen
so
it.
interested.
I'm so interested. I would love the money. Send a check to da 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 da.
Okay, sounds simple enough.
Yeah. But why am I sending a check? Just give me the money.
It's because everyone's grandmother gets like Ponzi schemed out of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
I feel bad. I saw a story in the news the other day about a woman who got taken for like 50 grand
Jesus.
because she thought she was giving to like a COVID relief fund effort.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was so convinced. She goes, he was so convincing. And I was like, yeah, he's a slimy, smelly, like, it's con artist. Like, of course he's convincing. If he wasn't convincing, he wouldn't be very good at being a con man.
No. What was the name of the COVID relief fund?
Oh, it was like needhelpnow.com. It was like very obviously a Ponzi scheme. Like, it's just like, I thought I was helping, and my granddaughter can't go to college now. It's just like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
I don't get it. But the older generation though, they're interesting because they fall for that shit like more than anybody.
Which is, I think maybe it's because I think it could be a technology gap thing.
Part of it.
I think I get so enamored with like robocalls and fake shit. I think I see more fake shit than real shit throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like even when I like get out of like, even when I'm like decompressing at night, I just want to do virtual shit. Like I want to play video games and like watch YouTube tutorials and how to cut a potato, which I had to watch the other day.
How to cut a potato?
I was trying to make French fries and I didn't know the exact way to cut the potato. They're like those oblong like red potatoes.
Yeah.
Don't fucking judge me. I see it.
No, I didn't say anything.
Sometimes you got to jumpstart your brain. All right, it's honestly mildly therapeutic.
No, it's cool, man. I get it.
Watch people chop vegetables. Like, also I watched an episode of Chopped earlier before I hopped on because I hadn't watched Chopped in forever. God damn it, is that show frustrating? Oh my god. Heightened anxiety about people doing like chefs making very minor mistakes. Like it's just like the guy, like, man, my dish looks great, but I forgot to garnish it. It's like you forgot to fucking garnish the plate like you're a chef.
Parsley.
Yeah,
bro.
Parsley, healthy. Just sing that mantra in your head. Parsley, healthy.
I've been researching lately like Japanese chef's knives, the ones with like the octagon handle.
Oh god,
I want one so bad.
You ever watch tutorial videos on that?
Yes.
Borderline orgasmic.
Oh my god. And you see these dudes just gliding through a fucking zucchini as they cut one up. Nothing. They're just just rapid fire.
You know what I want to get, which it was a kitchen tool that I never thought I needed. It was one of those like those blade scoopers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I need one.
I don't know.
It's
but it kind of saves your knife blade when you like scoop shit up.
No, it's like a legit, like it's a knife, but it's also it's scooper for like you chop up the vegetables, you scoop and just toss them into the shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I need that Japanese
Just a Ginsu
chef's
knife.
knife with the octagon handle. It looks like it was made out of a meteor.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit. I need one of those bad boys in my
It like
life.
glistens in the light.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I told my wife, like, when we moved to the new house, there are 2 things I want in the kitchen.
How fast are you moving into this house? It seems like
I don't fucking know.
Did you buy it already? Jesus.
No, we didn't buy it yet.
Are you actually looking right now?
We are actually looking, yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna get a pool?
I don't really want a pool, but
get an above ground pool. Be a real scumbag.
Yeah. I'm just like sitting in it, like sipping a Mountain Dew, smoking a Newport, sitting in the above ground pool.
I gotta tell you, I had a lot of friends with above ground pools, and I didn't really think about it until later, like now. And then I like kind of thought about like that statement of like drinking a Mountain Dew, smoking a menthol cigarette.
Yeah.
And then I like kind of remembered like all of their dads were like contractors.
Yep.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Now this makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
It just makes sense. Because like
they all had above ground pools. Huh?
They did. Like I had that's the thing, is like one of my friend's dads was a very successful contractor, like a commercial contractor. So doing a lot of like big buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely probably could have afforded the in-ground pool. Opted for the above ground because it connected to his deck. And that's all he wanted.
Well, he didn't want to build the patio.
Exactly. So he was still internally lazy, which I respect.
That's respect.
Yeah. That's a non-40-hour-a-week guy. I respect that.
But also, you're less likely to drown in an above ground pool because they're only like 4 feet deep.
I know, but God, I used to see those guys do swan dives in those pools. I'm like, there's no way he's not scraping his head on the bottom of that pool.
Yeah, just like be careful, bro. You don't want to paralyze yourself in this above ground pool.
How many of those pools had basketball hoops? All of them?
Every single one.
All of them? Yeah,
every single one.
They wheeled. They had the situation where they had the basketball hoop on the wheels with the water. They would just wheel it to the back of the pool.
And then you like dunk as you jump into the pool.
Yeah, play a lot of 2-on-2 in the pool.
Oh my God, those are the days. Above ground pools are the shit, though.
I gotta tell you, like I said, it's a particular brand of scumbaggery, but I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. Like if somebody invited me over now, it's just like, hey man, just got a pool. It's above ground. It's like, it's water. That's fine. I'll jump in. Like it's like,
honestly, I like it.
Do I respect that you have it? No. Am I gonna jump in it? Sure. Absolutely.
Gerald can't swim, but above ground pool gives me hope. I can stand.
Well, it gives you hope. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn. I mean, just
listen. It's been 43 years at this point. I've never learned.
Just fake drown. Like fake drown yourself and see what happens. Take one of those aquatic courses.
Thanks, man.
They essentially fake drown you. That's all they do.
Yeah.
It's like it's like you want to learn how to deep sea dive. It's like, oh, do you mean drown in a lot of water? That sounds awesome.
Yay. Yeah, that's all you need is just above ground pool. That's it. Yeah. But yes, my house. Here's the thing. I told my wife, listen, new house, if it has a pool, I'm not gonna rule it out. But personally, I don't want to deal with.
She wants a pool.
She wants a pool.
Of course, she wants a pool.
I don't really want a pool, so I basically said, listen.
Well, because you're gonna have to maintain it.
Yeah, and I'm like, listen, if you maintain it, fine. I don't really want the thing, so you can maintain. And she's like, well, it's easy. Like you don't have to do much. Like you don't. And you just gotta like clean it.
Yeah, I was say, you ever owned a pool?
All right, if it's not that hard, you got it.
I watched a pool for one summer. That shit was green, like so green after the summer was over. and I
was like, you got
it.
And
I thought I did a lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like, put in this amount of chlorine tablets, and you got to clean it out this amount of times. You got to do this, and I was just like, that's a lot of fucking work. I'm gonna do half of that, and I did half of that work, and the pool was green.
Whose pool were you taking care of?
A long time ago.
Okay.
Friend of a friend.
Yeah. They never asked you to do it again, did they?
No, they were just they chalked it up to like inexperience.
Okay.
I did a really good job of selling them on the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing.
Okay.
Like, it was like a suggestion. They were just like, let him do it. Like, he can hang out here. So I wasn't like, I was just like popping over there like once or twice a week, just like make sure the pool wasn't like infested with like bugs or like anything like that.
Uh-huh.
And I do like a quick like skim through with the paddle thing.
Yeah.
And then I dump like literally a half of what they asked for as far as like chlorine and stuff. I'm just like, that's good. Like, I mix it like soup real quick, and I just like get out of there. Like, it was like
Jesus
I
Christ.
did not try very hard with it. I should have.
Yeah, so they basically
They came back.
sat
They're like,
down
the
there to
pool is
shock
green. I was like, it means it's really clean though, right? Like,
you. Like, no.
it's like, no, it means it's very dirty.
I mean,
In fact, we're gonna have to drain this water.
yeah, that's the weird thing though about pools is like it's just a giant pit of just water. Things live in water. Like,
There's
what?
literally stagnant water in a fucking hole in the ground
Yeah, and
that
it's like,
somebody
oh, yeah, I'm gonna
that somebody
keep this thing clean.
overpriced and dug out for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep this thing clean.
What are your thoughts on above ground hot tubs?
Okay. If I bought a house with an above ground hot tub, first of all, I'm with it. Second of all,
Enclosed?
that thing needs to be like deeply sanitized.
Oh my God. If somebody's
Imagine-
I don't trust anybody that they're like, oh yeah, so here's the deed. You can keep the hot tub. It's like, I'm good, I think.
like I'm not saying I wouldn't.
I want to
but
bleach
thing
that.
needs
Yeah.
You know how much fucking residue is gonna be
Oh,
in that hot
God.
tub?
I would have a problem with the guy that's selling me the house and he gives me a wink and the nod when he's just like, hey, we got a hot tub. Spent some fun times in that thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Baby number 2 in that one.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, there's cum in this hot tub currently. Like,
And it's alive.
yeah. It's a living, breathing organism in there right now.
Just, you know.
Yeah, I'm torn because if it was like one of those enclosed ones, so they like had one of those like sunrooms built off with like the hot tub kind of inside, I think I'd be with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just imagine like my sister comes over, gets in the hot tub, and then 9 months later she's having like an Asian baby. And I'm just like, what happened?
What happened?
Like,
I have questions.
Yeah. I'm like, I've never been with an Asian.
I asked you to help one time.
Yeah.
And now you're pregnant.
Now you're pregnant. And the baby's like, where did this baby come from?
What is this immaculate conception that happened inside of my hot tub?
Yeah. It was like, well, apparently sperm live in a hot tub. It's a great temperature for it.
Really?
I don't know. I like to think they do. So I shoot a load in the hot tub, and they're just kind of chilling in there for a couple of days. Like, these the fallopian tubes? Like, nah, they're the jets.
She's like, figures it out. She's like, I'm out of here. Woo! And it's just like,
wiggity woo!
They're like, boys, they don't call us swimmers for no reason. We got to get out of here.
The swim team.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I think I'm with it. I don't know. If okay, you find a house, send me your specs. And if it has a hot tub, like circle it. Like,
okay.
It's like has hot tub and just like circle.
Yeah. Like, so here we call this episode like used hot tub boys.
Crunchy towels.
Jesus. Just
there you go.
Yellow gym socks.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Speaking of gym, when did you have to shower?
In gym?
Like in gym class when you were like in middle school?
No.
Okay. I didn't either.
Me either. Like
I thought my school was just like progressive.
No, I think we missed that deadline.
Did we? Maybe it's just like
I think so, yeah.
Like circa like 1999. They're just like, you don't have to show your dicks to other 9-year-olds. It's like, yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
We got it. Yeah. Oppression is over.
I know, and that's such an awkward time in life though, where like you have some kids that are developing fast and then other kids that are not so much.
Do you remember the first time you saw like your friends like saggy balls? Like I distinctly remember it.
I remember being in high school.
Yeah.
And
no. I was 15.
Okay.
So I was like right before high school.
Whose balls were these?
I'm not gonna tell you whose balls they were.
Tell me whose balls.
I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
But it was like it
Shouts
wasn't like
out
a
Andrew.
proud moment. It was just
What?
random. I was just like,
Okay.
we were changing, and then I just got balls in my face, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. That was my exact reaction.
Were they nice balls?
They were bigger than mine at that point. Yeah, they
Big
were just
old balls.
there was big fucking sack of balls, and I'm like, geez, man. I was like, what are you hiding in there? I think that's what I said.
I remember when I was in like 10th grade, I was at the urinal, and I'd I was peeing,
Start checking
and
out dicks.
I'm kind of looking down and like to the right, like at the other urinal, but nobody's there. So then all of a sudden, like, just scoots in just another dick, like just whoop right there, right next to me too. It was kind of weird, and it was this one dude that I knew was a senior, and it was just this big old hairy dick that was way more developed than mine. So I was probably like 15 at the time. This dude had to be like, probably like 17, 18.
17, 18 years old.
Yeah. He's got like this, which 3 years, when you're that age, that's a difference in penis.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I
that's
just
several
just,
inches of definition.
Yeah, and I just remember seeing this penis, and I was like, damn, that thing is sick.
That is it's a sick dick.
It's a sick dick, bro.
Still we're not confident enough because you had all that teenage angst, so you weren't able to be like, hey man, nice dick.
Just like, hey, I wish I did say like, sick piece, bro.
I know the copious difference though between like age 15 and age like 19 when you were in college, when you could openly say that, nobody would think you were weird.
No, not at all.
No,
not at
it's
all.
amazing. Like that 4 years of difference.
Yeah.
We're in high school, people would be like, that guy's a fucking weirdo.
You fucking fag.
It's like, what, you gay? Just like, no, dude, I'm not. I just like was telling the guy he had a nice dick.
Right. Now,
but
19.
Yeah, now you're 19 and in college, and it's like, it's almost a sacrilege if you don't tell somebody they got a nice piece.
Yeah. But if you tell your bro you're 19, like, yo, like, you got a nice hang down on you, bro. And then he's like, thanks, man.
Like, it's just, it's almost seen as a rite of passage.
I'll make it wink at you. Like,
I had a fraternity brother who he used to greet me at the door by he would I would be like, hey man, I'm coming into your room. He goes, wait, I'm naked. And I'm just like, all right, let me hear it. And he would slap it together on his legs.
He'd give you the old wiener waggle.
Yeah. And I was like, let me hear it. And he's just like, whack, 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 whack. And I'm like, all right. So juvenile. I still do that shit now. Someone's just like, take your dick out and slap it against your leg. I'm like, all right. Like,
whap, 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 whap.
It's what it's here for.
Nah,
it's here for my amusement.
College, like,
it's here to
like,
procreate. It's here to amuse.
Yeah. Well, my friend from college though, if you knock on the door like, hey man, I'm naked, they'd be like, okay, so what?
Yeah, that's what I would be like. I'm coming in anyway.
Yeah, like I'm coming in, and then your buddy's like completely naked, wearing just flip flops. He's like talking on the phone to somebody, having a completely strictly business, nothing sexual conversation.
Yeah, I know. Most of the best conversations I had were naked.
Oh yeah. And he's like talking to like his aunt or something about like her casserole. Like, yeah, I love the casserole.
Love the casserole. I gotta take a shower though. Like,
yeah. I'm about to get I just got the shower. Hold on.
I had a guy on my floor in college who was confidently naked walking into the bathroom, and we used to live in one of those like dorm room floors where it was like unisex. So it was like girls across the hall, men across the hall.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just confidently strut to the men's bathroom like naked down the hallway. And I'm just like, I was like, dude, like that's indecent exposure. Like that's technically like not, you shouldn't do that.
Like he wasn't wearing a towel or anything?
No. I mean, he would majority of the time, but there would be like some confident moments where he was just like, I'm just going to let it ride. Yeah,
just pitch into the rocks.
It's just like, it's like, what are they going to say? Oh, put your dick away. Like, it's like, I'm going to take a shower.
I got chased by a naked man once in college.
When?
It was
why haven't you ever told
semester days.
Why haven't you ever told me this story?
Well, basically,
why haven't you shared this with the boys? So what are you doing?
So basically, this is like night before. This is like before we're going out one night. One of my buddies is like taking a shower. So me and my other friends are kind of messing with him. He decided to go into the shower with his shower beer. Of course, he's pretty fucked up.
Shower
And
beer.
yeah, so
I,
we go into the bathroom and we start like kind of fucking with him, just saying shit. And then he was like, "You want to go? You want to go? You want to do this shit right now? Like I will chase you naked, motherfucker." And I was like, "What?" And then he just showers. I have to tell you who this is for it to be funny. But
okay,
anyway,
well, I mean, you can
but
say their rhyme their name if you want to.
he was a buddy though that was in ROTC at the time.
Okay, I think I have a general idea of who this is.
Yeah, yeah. So he had that very intimidating military demeanor.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "We do this shit right now. I'll chase you naked, motherfucker." So anyway,
It's like, okay.
shower curtain swings open. He is completely naked and he just starts running at us. So then we're all like giggling, like, "Ah!" And he like chases us naked down the hall. Then the RA comes out and he's like, what is going on? And then so this my friend is talking to our RA. He is still completely naked and he is having a casual conversation with him, like, yeah, like, I think we should embrace ourselves and who we are. Like, it is the funniest fucking
Hard bullshitting his way out of this. Like,
hard bullshitting his way out of this. He is completely naked. He's not covering himself. He's just talking to the RA while he is completely naked. And
I respect the
nice
game.
hang down on him though.
I mean, yeah, if they have that much,
nice
I would say the inner confidence in oneself has to be like very
nice
good. Yeah. So if you got a nice piece, you're more than willing to show it.
Yeah, yeah, he had a good meet.
Did you see the naked guy that was fighting people in New York City?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like halfway decent hang down. Like that was.
It wasn't a terrible hang down.
It wasn't a terrible. It was passable. Yeah.
It was a good sausage.
Usually a guy that's like furiously fighting people on New York streets naked, I feel like they need some confidence. Like,
yeah. But you want a good. He wasn't. I mean, he wasn't the Jules Jordan clip that we shared last week.
No.
But it was a good. It was a good sized piece.
Moderate moderate piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Let's go to bed.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got a little something, I think. Did you get that?
Yeah, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Poutine. Okay.
Poutine.
Ugh. All right. Boys, it's been a silly episode. We love you.
It's a stinker.
What I said I was going to name this podcast again?
What? It's called the Wine Boys?
Well, I was going to say Used Hot Tub Boys.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hard towels.
Crunchy
towels. Yeah. It's ew. We're dabbling about going back to Studio Day Boys perhaps next week, maybe the following.
Yep.
I mean,
Boys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have it, and if I did, I don't think I'm going to give it to anybody.
Probably not.
Yeah, at this rate, if I had it, I would have. If I had it, I would have had it by now.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Symptomatically speaking.
Yeah.
Like I would have just been like, "Wow, I can't do anything."
Yeah, I think we're good at this point.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll discuss.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
I'll come over to your house this weekend. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Have some brats.
Of course, burger brats.
That's a brosh. That's a fucking bear butter chocolate.
That's a bear butter chocolate. Chocolate has drink a parlor.
What's that drinking bear?
Bears. Okay, boys.
Next week we'll be here.
Yes, every week.
Every week. Wednesday. Be there. Wine Boys Wednesday. Hashtag
that shit.
Actually, for real. Hashtag Wine Boys Wednesday. It's a mood. You have to get into it.
Hardcore boys, the boys of summer.
I consider
2 young, unctuous boys in a hot tub.
What if I told you that 2 boys, short shorts, bright colors, 1 hot tub, made a video?
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Narrated by Phil Collins.
Hold on.
Not even just Phil Collins, but just like multiple Genesis records. if I don't hear like the thunderous drum beat of Invisible Touch come on, I'm just gonna leave. Like I just want to walk into a room and I just want to hear just, that gets me in the mood for everything.
Listen, honestly, like a real jam is Against All Odds by Phil Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Horde.
That song will make you cry.
Oh my God. It
Ay,
does.
ay, ay.
Every
Like
time.
It does, for real. Like it
makes you want to turn up passionately.
Take a look at you now. Yeah, that's the kind of song that you sing at karaoke and you get 50-year-old women to cry. Like,
yes. Take a good look at me now.
It's such an empty space. I'm gonna listen to that song and cry before I go to bed tonight, I think. It's against the odds, and I'm gonna be. I know, it's exactly how it sounds.
Yeah. You just start out like you're the guy at the karaoke bar that puts the mic in the stand.
I gotta tell you,
how can I just let you walk away?
OG karaoke song, if you really want to get your friends to trust you as a person, if you pop on I Can't Dance by Genesis and just start ripping it, like, I feel like, but like you gotta do it with, like, you have to do it with the added octaves. So like when he gets into the chorus, you gotta be like, like you just gotta like really hit it. Everybody will be entranced by everything that you're doing. They're just like, wow, I don't know what's going on that stage, but it looks fuckable, whatever is going on up there.
Do you know what I've come to realize? What song adds nothing? It makes people hate you.
Like
Zombie by the Cranberries. It makes no situation better.
I think we unfortunately have very horrible instances with that song at very inappropriate times. Like, it's just, it's the one. Okay, I'll just put it to you this way. It's the song you don't want to see a stripper at a strip club dance to.
You mean to tell me you don't want to see someone's daughter dry humping a stage?
No. And the fact that it did pop on in a scenario where that did happen, and I'm still deeply offended by it.
Gave me a soft off.
I looked at you and I go, do you want to go somewhere else? Like,
yeah.
This is your day. Like, can we make it any better for you?
I was like, yeah, this sucks. Let's go.
It's like, dude, I'd rather just go home and cry. Like,
it's so depressing. This is the most depressing stripper song you will
there's
fucking hear.
There's no way you could provocatively sing or dance to that song. It's not possible. It's a deeply depressing song.
Just boys, like, if you really want to just get a picture, just listen to Zombie by the Cranberries and just imagine somebody's daughter dry humping a stage in Canada. Like, in your head.
Yeah. Do you want, like, that will deeply depress you. It did. Like, I was looking around being like, is anybody fucking into this? Like, there's no way.
No, everybody is just sitting there like this.
I was watching a hockey game in the corner.
Everybody's face just went from mildly excited to, you know, that creepy face that dudes get when they're in the strip club, like that. Yeah, like they're just looking at everything. Women are being objectified. It went from that to just like, we might as well be at a funeral right now. Like, this
but that's the thing, is like, it's, you know why you're there. So you like, there's a little bit of excitement. You get a little jolt of energy. And then like that, it just, if you can find a song that immediately kills a mood, like, that's it.
That was it right there. It was that, and the fact that we were drinking, it was Molson Export.
Oh God. Have we talked about how, I think we did. We talked about that on the show before.
It is the worst beer I've ever drank.
The WD-40 of Molson beer. Like, it's motor oil.
I put this shit in my lawnmower. It tastes fucking terrible.
Yeah, I haven't. They serve it in stubby bottles, which I admire. The stubby bottle. I
respect the hustle.
I don't think I've checked out Molson Export in a while.
It's got the boat on the label.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
Yep, and I'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
because like the what was it? Their domestic beers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, their domestic beers were like cheaper.
Oh God.
Molson export. Yep.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me bring you back to the real thing.
Here it is right here. This is what it was right here.
Ugh.
Yep. I think we
Ugh.
got the same. I turned off the thing, but I think we had the same thing. It was
Stubby bottle.
that one right there.
I was trying to figure out why it was so cheap. I was like, why is it so cheap?
Because it tastes.
It's
It tastes like
terrible.
homeless tears. It's bad. It's so bad.
I feel like I shouldn't be here, but it's one of those
Yeah.
situations where like I shouldn't be here, but I'm also glad to be here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like
Like,
yeah. No, that night hilarious, but still like
yeah, you gotta really, yeah,
boner
yeah.
killer.
We're gonna have. I was gonna say we're gonna elongate on that story very soon. We have to. We have to.
Yeah.
It still traumatizes me to this day. I can't go. I don't think I could ever openly go to a strip club again.
After hearing that song
I
and then
haven't been
watching
since.
someone.
Yeah, I haven't like. I'm not even.
Nope.
I'm not joking. Like I haven't been since. Like it's just.
Nope.
I just. I don't. I don't.
You have no desire to go back.
I think I would have to have an open conversation like with the DJ, and I'd be like, "Can I ask you a couple of questions first? Do you have Zombie by the Cranberries anywhere on your list?
Like, is it on your hard
Is it
drive
on your hard
at
drive? Is it
all?
like? Do you have a girl that's like that's her signature song? Like because if it is, I gotta go.
But
Like
what if he looks at you and he just says, "Listen, I met one dancer. That was her song."
was she in Canada by any chance?
Yeah, she was.
Oh
He's
shit!
just like, yeah.
Was the name of the club Beef?
He was like, "Listen, that girl, you stay away from that girl." Looks right to the kid. You stay away from that girl.
Oh, I did. In fact, I left right after.
Zombie.
I let the song finish and I left.
Yep.
I was like, I'll give this place one more. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get out of here.
Whose idea was it? Like, okay, I've been to a strip club or two in my day.
Mhm.
Okay. And usually you'll hear like, like some ratchet rap songs, like, like some real pussy popper stuff. Like
Yeah.
you might hear a couple of rock songs in there.
Like pour some sugar
Pour
on me.
some sugar
Yeah, exactly.
on me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That
Yeah.
same generic shit over and over. Like you know what we're walking into here.
That like, but you don't hear fucking Zombie by the Cranberries. Like that, no.
Yeah, it
Isn't
was
that
a
song about
revelation.
doing heroin or something?
I think I thought it was. I thought it was just about being like in a days from doing drugs.
Yeah,
I mean,
heroin.
hold on. Let me find the epitome of this whole
Yeah, well,
thing.
every fucking '90s grunge song is about heroin.
Hold on. Hold please. Fill in the time. Fill in the time.
Yep.
Fill in the time.
Methamphetamine in my undies.
Here we go.
Actually, we got to sign off soon. Daddy's got.
We do.
Can you find it?
We're not right.
Okay.
Oddly enough. Okay. So it says that Zombie is actually a protest song.
Really?
By Irish alternative group The Cranberries. It was written in 1993.
Okay.
It was in memory of two young victims, Jonathan Ball and Tim Perry. Huh.
Okay. What were they protesting?
I'm looking into that. Background and composition. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The IRA, which was devoted both to removing British forces from Northern Ireland and unifying Ireland, killed more than 2,000 people. There were 10,000 bomb attacks at that time. And in Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland and Great Britain, it was an armed conflict between the Provisional IRA, which was the Ulster Loyalist parliamentaries, and the British security forces, which can be thought of as a struggle for its identity. The song was written in response to the death of Jonathan Ball, age 3, and Tim Perry, age 12, who were killed in the IRA bombings in Warrington, northwestern England, when two devices were hidden in litter bins that were detonated.
Oh.
Huh.
So, okay. we already knew that this song was not sexy.
Just that description alone, doesn't it make it the most unsexy thing you can imagine?
Yeah, the song is about dead Irish children, and someone's daughter is dry humping the stage while we're listening to this song about dead Irish children.
Cool. If that gives you any wiggle in your jeans, you need to fucking reevaluate your life.
you need to rethink some things, bro. Just take some time to yourself.
I gotta tell you, man, go see a therapist or like just talk to somebody.
Have your eat, pray, love moment. Go ride the elephants and like do yoga. Like
just fucking go to Thailand, ride the elephants. Like figure it out.
Figure it out, bro. Like this.
I'm running away if anybody is just like, you know,
inventory.
I gotta tell you, my favorite band is the Cranberries. It's like, oh yeah, what's your favorite song? Zombie. Cool.
And then they're like, yeah, something about that song. It really just, it gets me.
It gets you. You ever heard it at a strip club?
you know, like, yeah, actually, I liked it a lot. And you're like,
Try hearing it at a strip club at 12 o'clock. Yeah.
Zombie.
It's still, I can't listen. I don't think I've listened to the song since.
Oh man.
I wish I was joking. I'm not joking. I do not think I've heard that song since. However, it's so perfectly ingrained in my memory because of that situation that
I've heard it probably twice since. And I think both of those times I was in the presence of somebody that was there, and I put it on as like an inside joke. And like, that's one thing that I love about that trip is the inside jokes that came from that trip, from that weekend, will never die.
We'll never die, and we'll let the boys in on it sometime soon.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a deep dive episode on probably just that one inclination of that night, because we could do hours just about that particular evening.
Yeah, but the inside jokes that came from that weekend, like there's so many inside jokes.
60.
Yeah. Okay, boys.
60 is a transaction before anybody asks.
We're not gonna say anything else. Okay, that's it, we're done. Boys.
We'll talk to you next week. Stay. Oh, I'm gonna be 30 next week.
Oh shit! Yeah, you are.
Shit.
Oh man.
Shit.
Fuck
shit balls.
Yeah. Get out your system, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's how life works. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. The clock don't tick backwards, baby. Like.
No. Oh no, baby.
No, baby. I think I'm gonna come over to your house on Saturday. Have a barbecue.
That's right.
Yeah. You better keep those beers cold and those brats hot.
Yeah, hot brats.
You're gonna have some beer butter chaka.
So beer butter chaka. Our chaka has a drug problem.
I'm gonna walk into your house. There's going to be a 12-pack of empty cans, and I'm going to walk in. You're going to be like, look at the refrigerator. Let's show what's drug chocolate there. Truck has been dry
washed.
What's it like? I've never had beer like braised chicken. So you just dump beer on it and just like toss it into the refrigerator for the night, and then
yeah. And then what I do is I put a little salt in the beer.
Okay.
And then I put it on the grill. And
that's it.
Like,
nothing else.
Seasoning.
Like
I brushed some sauce on it.
Sauce.
So,
sauce.
Yeah. So nice. I thought it was pretty good. Okay.
Sounds good. All right,
boys.
We'll talk to you next week. I'll be 30.
Nice, you little dirty 30.
Be old as fuck,
slut.
Man. So old. I love it. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, fucking whore. Okay, boys. We love you. Used hot tubs out.
Used hot.
That's the name of this episode.
Take the garbage out. Clean up, motherfucker. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Love you. Please call me back.